So y'all hear that tag? Yeah.
Yes, sir. We at Icon Studio LA.
Yeah,
my boy PHOTONOX.
Yeah.
Soy el único patrón, yeah, I'm like that. We ain't heard of you, you ain't like that. Cuando hablo español, yeah, she like that.
Yeah.
Spend a check, make
This is
it
one of my
back, yeah, she
artists,
like that.
Million
Soy el único
250K.
patrón, yeah, I'm like that. We ain't heard of you, you ain't like that. Problems still the same, you the one to blame. Didn't plan for a bag, but it's still the same. No says si te quiero, baby, hopefully. Say you poppin', but you only poppin' locally. Logo in the cup, make her work for it. On my pole in a bag and she all for it.
Yeah.
Been drinking all day and I'm still pouring. Te dormiste todo el día and you still snoring. Que estás hablando, lo que hago es difícil. Two girls plus me equals easy. Me gusta como ves para atrás. Yo la hago para mí, nada más.
A little bit of Spanish for you, you
I'm
know.
about to say, bro.
Your life ain't a movie, it's a cartoon. Been about my
Your life ain't a movie, it's a cartoon.
Siento como Kobe, he got 80. Cuando hablo español, yeah, she like that.
What?
Spin a check, make it back, yeah, she like that.
She like
Soy
that.
el único patrón, yeah, I'm like that. We ain't heard of you, you ain't like that.
You ain't like that?
Hablo español, yeah, she like that. Spin a check, make it back, yeah, she like that. Soy el único patrón, yeah, I'm like that. We ain't heard of you, you ain't like that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Billy out 250K. What's the name of the song?
It's called Sense of Baby.
Make sure y'all go get that ASAP. I'm in here with my boy PHOTONOX. Like I said, Icon Studio LA. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well, brother. How you doing?
Good. It's a pleasure to have you on YOTTATALK. And again, thank you guys all for showing love. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button. Share this to your friends. We about to get into something crazy. Bro has been recording your favorite artists, working with them. I mean, I'm not going to hit his numbers right now, bro, but he's got more streams than your favorite artist for sure. I tell you that much, bro. You should see what he posted today on me. But anyways, bro, my boy PHOTONOX. Let's start here. Where you from?
I was originally born in Detroit. Then I moved out here when I was like 4 with my mom. She always said I was her ticket out the ghetto. And so based off of the shit that I'm doing now, I feel like, hey, it's true.
For sure. We in your own studio in North Hollywood. Tell them, before we get to where you are now, tell them how you got started in music. Maybe not recording, maybe not anything like that, but just being like, yo, I want to pursue this a little bit.
I tell this story every once in a blue moon, and this is the first time I'm saying it publicly, and I hope it actually reaches the people in the story. So I started all of this when I was like 14, maybe 15, and it was all due to my homies having studio sessions and things of that nature. They was, recording and trying to, get their career off in the music lane.
Okay.
However, they just didn't feel comfortable going to just different studios, rapping and expressing their emotions just to anybody. So I said, well, I got all this stuff at the house.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to use it. My dad is amazing with the music. Like he can do some things.
Okay.
I just didn't know how to use it. So once they said, bro, learn how to use it and we're gonna come to you. I said, okay, that's a done deal.
Say less.
Yeah, I learned how to do it. We started cooking up some stuff, and it went, and then I went, and they just didn't follow. I don't know.
How old were you when you first started recording your friends? Like when you first learned that stuff and started recording, how old were you?
Probably like 16. So it probably took me like a year, because for my 16th birthday, I got a full studio in my room.
Okay.
Like the whole setup.
Like a home setup.
Yeah. And that was real dope. That was real dope, because that in itself made me feel like, okay, they see that I could really do this because I've been studying and working at it.
Yeah.
And now, hey, let's do this.
And at that time, were you also recording yourself? Or
Yes.
like to practice, or were you like, I'm trying the artist thing as well?
Both. It started off to practice, then it turned into, wait, hold on, bro, you kind of got a little flow. Like, what you kind of doing something?
I got some bars.
Yeah, like, wait, hold on, let me do something with this. Okay. And then I started my artistry, and then at one point we were kind of like a music group.
Okay.
And
Sure.
yeah, we were doing our thing, and yeah.
So
that motherfucker. Yeah.
how did the, I won't say the separation, but when did you start to kind of take your own lane and separate from the group setting? Because at that point you still focus artist-wise.
You know what's
as well.
crazy? I could actually pinpoint that, and I would actually say that I started an internship. The internship in itself took up a lot of my time, but it also allowed me to be in a studio and have more resources for myself and my friends. You
Free
feel me?
studio time.
Yeah.
All the perks that come with working at the studio.
Yeah.
Equipment.
Yeah. But I guess it just wasn't seen that way. So therefore, that in itself kind of like,
Naturally
naturally created a separation, because I'm not going to sit and wait for you guys.
Yeah, I'm serious about this.
Yeah, even though y'all technically are the reasons why I started this, but
I'm here now. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I love it. I actually didn't know, like I knew that I love music just because, like, when you're growing up, you singing, dancing,
Yeah, for sure.
You understand that I love what's happening with this sound and what it then does to my body and makes me, you know what I'm saying, react. Yeah. Okay, cool. I fuck with this. Damn, I lost my train of thought on that one, but
nah, you're good. Yeah. We were talking about so you just had got the internship. How old were you at that point? Like when you were starting to make that turn of like, okay, I'm doing my own thing. I'm focusing in my own lane. I'm putting my hours in at the studio.
I want to say like 19.
So still pretty young.
Yeah. Because I did go to school for this. I did a semester for, it was called digital production at the time.
Where at? Was it LA recording?
No. It was actually like a regular college. They just had a music program.
Okay. I kind of did the same thing at like community college, like recording arts too and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's in Woodland Hills. I forget the name of that college over there, but it's the one that's in Woodland Hills. If you guys are out here in California.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did a semester there, and then I transitioned into the internship because it was like, yo, they're willing to teach me this and possibly pay me depending on my skill versus me learning this for the next 2 years and just getting a grade.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like getting real-time experience.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity. And the blessing with that was they had actually just started their company a month prior to me getting there. So they was fresh.
So you were growing with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's key.
Exactly.
That's key for
exactly.
sure.
I was still able to experience some of the trial and errors with them, to help them grow into the business that they are now today. Shout out to them.
So for upcoming artists, obviously you decided to take that opportunity. I mean, not upcoming artists, for upcoming engineers. Mm-hmm. Obviously you decided to take that opportunity of the internship. And just like you said, there's a lot of people who decide to go ahead and be like, hey, let me just go to school, get my certificate or whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. What was that difference for you? Obviously the real time, but once you got in there, like what were the things that you learned that you feel separated you from the people who chose the school route?
Speed.
Okay. Did you feel the pressure?
Yeah. Because my boss told me, I need you to be as fast as me. If you're not as fast as me, I need you to be faster.
That was out the gate.
Yeah. And so I was just like, okay, cool. I would just sit and most engineers I see when they come in, they're studying what's happening on the screen. I don't do that when I study engineers. I'm studying his body language and seeing exact like how is he getting this done. You feel me? Because this is all an art.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? So it's like
It's a language
okay.
in itself.
Yeah, like Kobe shoot a certain way to make that 3 every time.
For sure.
So what is this man's form to make this hit every time? You feel me?
Yeah.
And
man, people don't look at that at all. That's a whole different way of looking at it.
Yeah. Everything I do, I feel like is kind of in a sense why I have a little bit more edge on most engineers, just because they don't just take a second and just look and just observe like what's actually happening in the room, you know?
For sure.
Yeah, and you just feed off that energy.
So give us a crazy story. Like obviously when you're coming in the studio, I've worked as an engineer myself in studios, so I know that there can be some tricky situations, especially if you've never been in those type settings before.
Yeah.
So give us a story of where you were just like, yo, maybe this.
I like to tell this story. I won't say his name.
Okay.
But I had an artist who was, this is during my intern phase. He was a Christian rock rapper or something of that nature.
That's a mix-up first.
Yes. He comes in, doesn't really speak or anything, just more so like, hey, this is the song. I'm going to go ahead and go in. All right, cool. All right. Understandable. Everybody has their vibes.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's how you work.
Yeah, especially I'm an intern, so I'm getting to learn these vibes, you know? All right. So our booth, I'm sitting at the desk like this, and our booth is literally like right here. So like I can see him and he can see me.
Okay.
So with this, I'm engineering. And he then turns to the mic and says, all right, I'm ready. Then turns around and is doing something back here. And as soon as it gets to the part here where he's ready, and I'm still facing like this, like, yo. What the fuck just happened?
You trying to play it off because you don't know what to do?
Yeah, I had to keep a straight face. That shit was like, I don't know if this is.
And he literally right here.
Yes, and I'm like, I don't know if this is a test. Did my boss set this up?
He messing with it.
Yeah, because they like to do things like that to keep you on your toes because you never know who you're gonna be dealing with.
Yeah.
And no, that wasn't a test. That's how he is. And yeah, the whole session, every take was done with this
Turn
wind
around.
up. And just that was a very interesting session. I don't even remember how long it was, but yeah, it seemed like it was forever.
Yeah, no. It's a long day right there, bro.
Yeah, that definitely was a long day. It probably was like an hour session too. Like he probably was just coming in and knock out that one song, and it just seemed like it was, yeah.
That's wild, bro. So at that studio where you were interning at, now we're gonna get into like where the magic happened. Like, when did you start kind of rubbing shoulders with people who maybe were in the industry at the time, but were soon to be there?
Shit, really with that studio. So with that studio, they originally were a production company. So we actually did events and things like that.
Originally.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we got the
studio
rub
up and running.
No. That's pretty much how we got to rub shoulders with industry people, because we would do showcases such as like a Battle of the Valley or something like that, you know, where everybody comes together and we actually have like some A&Rs from different situations, and they come and judge the situation or whatever.
Yeah.
But now because they're there, they invite their friends or whatever. Like, yo, There's some really good
Pull up.
talent in the room. We actually, I hate that I always forget his name, but there was one artist that was on our showcases who ended up getting signed based off of the showcase.
That's crazy.
Yes, and man, my apologies, brother, but you know who you are.
You're signed to me now.
Yeah, like promote that shit, like, you know, flex that motherfucker. But yeah, that was actually a really, really, really great journey, a really, really fun time, which then led us to, like I said, rubbing shoulders with industry folks that then wanted them to come back to the studio and see, like, yo, what are y'all really doing?
What you guys got going on?
Yeah, especially due to the simple fact that if you guys are familiar with the Zen Lounge, that is where we would throw our events, and then our studio was literally the next corner up.
Easy
it's
play.
literally, yeah. We would walk to the events and then throw our event. Now the after party back at the studio. If y'all rolling with us, come roll with us. If we end up getting a hit done for the night, yo, more the merrier.
That's hard though.
And it was some great nights. That studio unfortunately burned down. So
that story took a turn.
Yeah, no, it did. My bad. I just wanted to kind of let y'all know about, you know what I'm saying, that in itself. However, we then moved over to another facility to where we can then host all of this under one umbrella. Okay. And that's when the industry folks really started to turn up, because now we got a whole event space in the back. We got it's a dance studio, upstairs arcade room, multiple studios like for recording, 2 lobbies that's big enough to just like do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Had the whole setup.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then it was like closed off to like, it was just us, you know? Like most, you know, like if you come to this facility, there's more than one studio. Yeah. This was fully just our
whole building.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hard.
So you felt secure when you came to record.
Yeah.
You know?
So I got to throw this out there. So let's take it to like 2017. Mm-hmm. At that point, I was like graduating high school, right? Mm-hmm. And I was actually talking with some people today about this, because obviously we were playing in the podcast and everything like that. Yeah. And in high school, that was a big time when BLUEFACE was coming out.
Yeah.
And he had that song. He had Tatiana. He had Dead Logs. He was doing this thing where he was going to all the high schools in LA and, you know, performing on top of the car. And now, you know, take it to 2023. Yeah. I'm sitting with one of the people that touched those songs, you know what I'm saying, in the room with him while he was creating these songs that eventually took over the world for a little while. Yeah. Take us through that experience, how that happened, and if you were, while you were in that room, did you know that was being made?
So with BLUEFACE, I actually was recording his cousin at first, which is why he booked our studio out of all of the other studios, because his cousin was like, yo, just come record where I'm recording. All right, cool, boom. Then once we started recording, he had a song, he still has a song, Dead Locs. One of my other engineers would pretty much sing it all the time. However, he's really into rock music. So for him to be singing it, I never really caught on until afterwards. Like, yo, wait, we might have something here, type, you know, and that went fast. That's probably the fastest I've seen someone go from like this to that. Just and it was true hard work, because a lot of people will sit and say like, oh, I mean, like that he doesn't deserve his fame or whatever. But bro, this man really put, like what you just said, he was at all of the high schools. That's the key. He was at all of the high schools, pulling up and performing a concert for them, which I believe was free, right?
Free, on top of the car, bro. Thugging it out. His music playing out the speaker of the car.
Yes, like what better promotion than that? Especially during a time where Instagram and all of this is just starting to like pop.
Yeah.
Bro, what? Yeah.
Genius.
It was genius. It was genius. Yeah, working with him was very, very, very fun. Those sessions were wild.
Gotta give us a Blueface story, bro.
I will.
You gotta give us a Blueface story.
The last time that we had interacted on that level.
Okay.
It was a recording session. We're in there vibing, it's going good. He ordered some pizza, his manager's in there cracking jokes and stuff. And so he looks at me at one point during the conversation and just says, "Bro, this rapping shit is fun." And for whatever reason, that really stuck with me. Because in a sense, I felt like that was in like his last words he said to me in the series. Even though we recorded for the rest of the session or whatever, but it was like, yo, what? Dang, he's really enjoying himself. Like, and I loved it because it was like, yo, you are really having fun with this, and it's really paying off.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Completely
that's
changing
like
your life.
Literally what everyone in the world wants is to be able to have fun with what they're doing, and it pays them. And so with that, I want to say like 2 weeks, maybe a month later, bro was signed.
Out of there.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
And I was like, oh shit, he is really having fun. Like, you feel me? Really, so like at the end of the day, bro. You feel me? When y'all see everything that y'all see, remember that this is fun.
It's fun. It's supposed to be fun.
This is supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's a key right there. That's a major key right there. No cap. Take that from BLUEFACE and PHOTONOX.
For real.
It's supposed to be fun.
For real, for real.
So, moving off of that project, what would you say was like the biggest thing that, because obviously, like you just said, you saw his growth and everything like that. Mm-hmm. What would you say from a situation like that? What did you learn as an engineer when it comes to being in the room when that magic is made, and how you were like, okay, I was able to analyze after, the fact my other engineer, he was a rock dude, he's singing this hard gangster rap. Yeah. We must have something going. Like now moving forward to your other sessions, like were you ever like, oh wait, this, like were you able to pick up on certain things or certain people's vibes and stuff like that?
Yeah. So now I'm just more like in tune with the body. So like there's moments when like certain songs will start playing and I get goosebumps and I know, okay, something's going to happen with this song. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a hit, but I know something great, my next achievement will be from this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much like one of my main like antennas to go to of trying to fill out when it's going to be a hit record or when it's going to be something great. There's also times where I know, yo, that ain't it. That ain't it.
So artist, your engineer knows, bro, when
yeah,
it ain't hitting.
But because I know the main question that everyone has is, why did you let him rap the way that he rapped? I am a person who will allow you to create whatever you're going to create. I'm then going to turn it into great quality.
For sure.
Because that's my job, is to turn the sound that you're giving me, the frequencies and energy that you're giving me, into something that is understood by the masses. Mm. And that's exactly what happened. Did it not?
But I don't want to move on that though, because bro, that's a big key, not just for engineers, but for artists to pick up on.
Yeah.
You want your engineer to have a mindset like that.
Yeah.
Look, you're going to create what you're going to create. It's my job to take the sound, frequencies, and energy and transfer that so that it can be understood by the masses.
Yeah.
That's a crazy way to. You need to put that on a wall in the studio somewhere, bro. That's a great way to word that, bro.
Yeah,
that's a key right there on how to just approach music in general as an engineer.
Yeah.
So
yes, please do that, everyone.
How long were you at that studio for? Because obviously you were interning, you started to become, you were working for them, getting paid and everything like that. How long were you there?
So the full term, because remember the first studio had burned down, and then we moved. So that full term of being with that team was about 5 years. It was solid. It was solid. That was a nice little run. I appreciate them for everything they've done. That BLUEFACE situation came from that. Yeah, man. It was a great journey that then propelled me into
where you're at now.
Yeah.
And let's get into that. So how did you make that transfer?
The transfer was actually really smooth. You're familiar with MOZZY, right?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. Bro, my girl works out to his music every day.
Okay. Well, free MOZZY.
Facts. Free MOZZY.
Yeah. So I actually at that location, I believe that niggas was really, we had booked a couple sessions for him there. I felt like
at the previous spot.
Yeah. I felt like in my customer service and my due diligence of making sure niggas was secure, they was well taken care of while they was there, and nobody bothered them and things of that nature. That's what then led to this, the next point of where I'm about to make is I pretty much said, yo, I'm interning, what's up, da-da-da. I just pretty much gave out the call to everyone, like, yo, what's up, da-da-da. His manager hit me back like, nah, no need for that, bro. Come work for me at I got a house with a studio set up. We in here cooking up. I need an engineer. Let's go.
That's hard.
And yeah, I ended up the first project I did was MOZZY and Sue Surf.
Okay.
That was crazy because Sue
Surf too. I'm pretty.
Oh
sure
yeah, Free Sue Surf. Yeah, Free Sue Surf. That was crazy because I had listened to Sue Surf prior, like on battle rap. Like, yo,
I was about to say.
So to see him walk in the room was like, what?
Like, bro, this Sue Surf right here, brother.
Like, this is about to be a crazy album, and it was. I believe it's called Blood Cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, if y'all gotta check that out. Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. So, I mean, give us a little bit of timeline and story about your growth with once you got on with MOZZY's manager and the different rooms and opportunities that you were able to get after that.
Yeah, after that, so in the same breath while I was working with him, I still was interning. And I had an internship at Ultrium Studios. I had an intern for My Guy Mars. Shout out My Guy Mars at 1500 and nothing. And those were my two main internships, and then I was still over there. Ultrium, when I was there, they used to always ask me, bro, what are you doing here? Like, we know who you are. And I would be like, who am I? Because at the time, I'm not.
We know who you are.
I'm not realizing that, like, that my position, how critical my position is. I'm just thinking, I just mixed some songs. I just recorded BLUEFACE and I mixed the songs. I mastered them. He ended up getting signed for it.
I just did my job.
Yeah, I just did my job. You feel me? But they like, nah, bro, that's like, you really doing some things, like, bro, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, well, okay. Cool. And then I have another company outside of that with my friends, and it's called Brand Brothers.
Okay.
Through that company, we start getting invited to all of these parties, and all of these people who I'm interning for as well as working for are at these parties because they're already industry folks. When they see me there, they're looking like, bro, what?
Like, what's going on?
I know we just told you what we just told you, but what?
Now you here, like
now you doing it, like, and that was a wild little run too, because I don't even really know what to say on that one. It was a wild run because we were getting invited to some parties that was just like, bro, I'm just as shocked as you are.
That I'm here right now.
Like I've had moments where, you know, I'm not really big on like seeing people and be like, oh, that's such and such, or you know what I'm saying, like that.
You want
like I let everybody just be human. I've walked past Moneybag Yo in this hallway probably twice. And the one time that I did, I'm walking a young lady into our studio, and she's like, bro, you know that was just Moneybag Yo we walked by? I'm like, what? All I know is he been in the front with a Sprinter parked, blocking us in.
Blocking the whole thing. Can't none of my people come.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay, so that's who that is? Okay.
He making sure ain't nobody pulling up.
Yeah, but, you know, so I just say that to say, like, you know, I just be around people and don't really know who I'm around, so I would dive more into those stories, but it'd be like, yo, I don't even know who was really there, but I know we was invited to some events that was just like, yo.
But that's key too, because like,
what is going on in here?
Like I'm walking around the people I be seeing on TV.
Yeah, for real. Like for real. At one point I was recording freaking Do It for Lil Saint. Yes, Malcolm Kelly. Yes. And at that time, his
recording them.
Yes, that was the wild part. See, a lot of people don't know he actually is in a whole group called MKTO. It's him and another young man, and they do it. Not pause. That sounded crazy. That sounded crazy. You know what I mean? Like they got some nice records on them.
Yeah.
But when he was working with me, he was trying to do like a hip hop thing, or you know, I don't even really want to put too much out there because I don't know if he wants that to be said. But so when we was working together though, it was dope because his friends, like you just said, are people that were on TV.
What's up?
And we're in a session, and I'm just like, bro, I literally grew up watching this man's show. He was on a show. I'm not going to give his name. Hopefully y'all can figure it out. He was on a show where somebody used to see things, and then he had his own show. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I got to figure out the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put in the comments what show you think it is.
Yeah.
And who you think it is.
Yeah.
So once you got over here and you got into your own space, how did things start to change for you in the way of just how you look at, I mean, because by now you've had a pretty far journey. I mean, you listed like 3 or 4 different places that you interned in.
Yeah.
You did school. I mean, you put in the work. You've rubbed shoulders, like you just said, with people that you used to see on TV. So now that you're actually sitting in your own space, you're able to pretty much control everything, you know what I'm saying, that runs on a day-to-day basis. How do you, I mean, one, just feel knowing that, you know, you got here from where you started. I mean, even with losing, you know, the people that you started with.
Yeah.
How do you feel being in this position now? And I mean, I guess, how do you see yourself looking back at where you came from?
It feels great. I see myself accomplished in the things that I set out to be when I first started this. I now am trying, or I'm now opening up my vision to see what is the rest going to look like. Because I don't want to be in
Comfortable, like to be like, this is it, like, yeah.
No, more so like a building. I want to actually be on the road and be able to do this. So I'm not going to let too much about that, but I want to be able to take this on the road and be able to like do whatever I want to do with whoever, wherever, you know. Because I think sometimes we get stuck in like this. You know what I'm saying? You pull up to the studio, you come in, you record. 9 times out of 10, you're going to do the same thing that you just did last week or the day before, just because it's only been like a week. You haven't really had any experience or any life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, nah, for sure.
If
for
you
sure.
just anywhere or wherever, then it's a different situation.
Yeah.
You got more content to base off of.
Inspired every time you get outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta open your eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
While we on the road.
I mean, I think you got to be pretty close to being there because we got to talk about this. I think I talked about it in the beginning, but you just put up a post on your story.
Oh yeah.
Your stream numbers,
Yeah.
bro. Your stream numbers. Let me just say this: it ain't no 6 figures. It ain't 8.
Yeah.
Bro got probably more now. I saw it this morning,
Yeah.
but when I saw it, 711 million
Yeah.
streams.
Yeah. That's
combined.
That's right. Yeah.
Bro, he's got more streams. I don't care what artist you are.
Yeah, that's crazy. The top song that I have, yeah, there's more streams than that. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, because it's a collective of the streams. Yeah, obviously it would be that. Duh.
Yeah. Because you can go right now, look up your favorite artist, their music video, or whatever. Maybe I have a couple million. Maybe got a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got 711 million and counting streams.
I'm trying to get to that billion. As soon as I get to that billion, you guys will definitely see it all over my Instagram, all over everything. I damn near it's gonna be like, my new baby. Like I just birthed something.
Yeah, so I mean, bro, how does it? I don't want to say how does it feel again, but bro, how knowing that you've collected this amount of work,
It's unreal
over the time,
because
I mean that's a number that's hard to say. That
yeah. It actually because I was trying to read it to someone and I was like, I don't think I've ever even dealt with numbers this high.
Yeah.
How do you say this? Because like it's definitely a million, but like, do you say 700 million?
Right? Is it 711 million? Is it?
Yeah, because I know that there's a ways of talking that that just or speaking that'll make you just like that right there, talking versus speaking.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Some game for you. Some game, sprinkle it on you like E40. We gonna sprinkle some game on you.
Yeah. But did I answer the question? I feel like I answered the question. Yeah, like I feel like it's still unreal. It's still unreal, especially because the top 5 songs is one of the songs is damn near not even a year old.
Dang.
And it's like, what? And I'll drop that. That's the Kaylin Never Lose You. And I could give a
Kaylin for real?
yes. And I give a quick little story about that. That song was not supposed to go on the album. Well, as far as my knowledge, that song was not supposed to go on the album or anything like that due to the fact that the album was already done. Bro had already got signed and all of that, and they had already got the rollout, everything. However, he came here, recorded that.
After the fact.
Yeah, loved the song. And
now it's doing what it's doing.
yeah, it made it to the album and it's doing what it's doing. And that definitely was a song that I sat and was like, yo, this is going to be something.
So you were recording that, it wasn't just mixing.
That was here in this studio. Like literally what y'all are looking at, he was standing right here to record that.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
That's wild. Hits made right here.
Yeah, literally. Like where you're sitting at. Yeah.
Nah, that's super dope. That's super dope.
Yeah.
The Never Lose You joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, and that's like my favorite record right now. Like, man,
it'd be mine too.
It's crazy
711 million.
No, I'm not even that, but I'm saying like everything he said in that was like, yo, I connect, bro. And I love songs that's like that because it's like, if I feel it, I know hella people are gonna feel it just because I feel like I'm a little different.
For sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like not.
I got a little taste for this.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I can fuck with this. So yeah, exactly. That was once again another great journey.
And let's talk about too. Since I mean, obviously, you got songs that are huge. You know what I'm saying, getting millions of streams, but the importance of building a catalog, because you also have a lot of artists that you work with that, I mean, you could put in the upcoming category, but they respectfully have their own audiences as well.
Yeah, they moving some weight. Yeah.
So what's the importance, like as an engineer, to obviously, you know, you're working with the big names, whatever, you're rubbing shoulders, getting in different rooms, but what's the importance of also like building up the artists that are maybe just in the area, the artists that you were working with previously before as well, not getting too, you know what I'm saying, caught up in trying to fly, you know what I'm saying, to different places and engineer there.
Just so I understand it, so you're asking me like what's the process of like going through building up a up and coming artist?
Well, you talk about the process as well, but more the importance of kind of like staying grounded in the ways of like, you know, you're working with BLUEFACE, you're working with Kalen, you're working with these different guys.
Oh yeah, because I could easily. Oh, I get what you're saying. Because I could easily be like, nah, I'm only working with the industry. No.
Exactly, but you decide to, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, mainly due to the simple fact of so like how Drake and 40 is, Jay-Z and Guru. I wanted to situate like Mixed Ali and Kendrick. I want a situation like that, where it's like I end up getting with an artist and
they go crazy.
You just know because of him and because of me, it happens.
The whole game.
Yeah, you know. And once that happens, I think I'll still be on the same tip, like where it's like, yo, okay. Everybody can still get love as far as local to industry artists, because I mean, as far as my HBG branding, that's the whole marketing, or not the whole marketing, but that's the whole model of our company is services to local and industry artists alike. So
service to local and industry artists alike. I like that.
Yeah.
So shout out the page real quick. Shout out the page.
HBG_services.
And you showed them the logo. Can they get that merch?
No.
Oh,
and the other
exclusive.
The other reason is because so everything I've done for HBG has actually been like a one-of-one, but you can follow MBPN, and that actually is a new merch line that I'm going to be starting up. I'm just making sure that I actually just gave y'all the right Instagram. Oh, nope, it's not that. I forgot. They made me actually spell it out. They wouldn't let me just take that. So it's made by PHOTONOX. Nox is Nox, and photo is just spelled the regular way, PHOTONOX. Boom. Yeah, so once, just pretty much follow that page and stay on the lookout, because some clothing definitely will be dropping there. It will be very limited pieces on that as well. So
one-of-ones.
Yeah, not necessarily one-of-ones, but
exclusives.
Yeah, it's gonna be some exclusives. If I end up doing collabs with the HBG, then yeah, I'll definitely probably do a one-on-one for just that. But yeah, just be on the lookout. Just be on the lookout.
What made you get into the clothing?
It's a walking billboard. Like everyone has always told me something about you is just like great at marketing. Like, it don't matter what the fuck has to be going on, you gonna promote that motherfucker. Like, for instance, I feel like just out here in the valley, I, in a sense, put Soulja Boy on. Due to the fact that...
Talk about it.
Due to the fact that I was spreading this man's music everywhere. Because no one knew about him out here.
So you talking back in the day?
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, I'm like, yo, nobody knows about this? Bro, this dude's hot. Like, he's all over YouTube. What's YouTube? I had to give them the whole play.
Because he broke it down, too. He was the first one to come out with
Exactly. And the dopest part about it was my best friend. We happened to go to a school that we were the only two black kids in our class.
Dang.
And he learned the dance. I wasn't really big on the dance. He learned the dance.
You weren't Supermaning out there, bro?
Nah, I was just talking about it. I never really, I don't know why though. because it's not like it's a difficult dance. I just didn't do it. I just it just wasn't my vibe. But he loved to do that dance.
Okay.
And then he had a little brother. They would do the shit together, and that shit just would be like, yo, we are out here promoting the fuck out of this nigga's music. Like,
I'm telling them about it. They in the back hitting
yeah, like we need something.
Look, Soulja Boy, you heard him right here. You heard him right here.
Yeah.
Talking about you did it first. He first got you on in the valley.
Yeah, for real. San Fernando Valley, yeah.
That's hard. We need that Soulja Boy credits over here at Icon Studios.
Yeah, let me just get one. I just need one.
Okay, and obviously, since we're sitting here, we have to mention this.
Oh, yeah?
What's your relationship
To this man right here? That's Marmar Oso. That's the GOAT right there. If y'all haven't heard this song, you probably aren't really using TikTok properly. Because this song has been, damn. Hold on.
That's got to be a trending sound next week on TikTok. If y'all ain't using this, y'all ain't heard of this song,
For real.
you probably ain't using TikTok properly. Every upcoming artist about to use that before they promote their joint.
Yeah, for real. For real. Because this was number one for the longest time on TikTok. I believe it's called TikTok Tunes.
Okay.
And yeah, it's this is actually the old one. This has actually gone platinum. So we need to update this.
Talk it.
We need to update that.
Life
but
flex.
yeah. Which I actually think those are in. We just need to put them up. But yeah. Nigga shit.
Shout out to Shout out to Mama going crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Mama.
Super crazy.
So okay. I can't do his okay like he do, but you know.
So let's talk about where you're going. What do you see for the studio and yourself? We know, long time you want to be flying around, recording Beyonce, Adele, but for let's say the next 5 years, what do you see for yourself?
Really, I really see a lot of like partnerships. Yeah, I don't know why. I just see a bunch of partnerships where it's just like I'm just teaming up with a bunch of people and just making a lot of things shake. And like with my the company that I have with my brothers, Brand Brothers, we're known as like disruptors when it comes to marketing. So that's what I mean when I say collaborating with a bunch of people who are willing to kind of shake the things up in the culture, and so that we can kind of control a little bit more of the narrative of this world that we're about to go into.
Okay, talk about that approach, because there's going to be a lot of younger people who are going to be like, what does he mean by we're disruptors? Like, what?
So when I say that, meaning like just the main product that we had, PHOTONOX, it's chocolate, but it looks like weed.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
That in itself is a product that is a disruptor to the industry, because it's a mind fuck. As somebody who's selling weed, you're like, why would I want that? But
it's like
it goes hand in hand though.
I kind of want that though.
Exactly. You're gonna smoke your weed, and then you're gonna want to eat something. Why not eat weed?
Right. Chocolate weed.
That motherfucker. Yeah, and then we elevated to the cannabis line to where now it has weed in it.
Okay.
So now you're getting the best of both worlds.
You're in the game.
Yeah. So that's what I mean as far as like disrupting the industry. Because it was something that was like, most people would be like, oh, I'm gonna just get on the bandwagon and create something better. Like, let's just say, for instance, this. Everybody's doing this, right? And I just said, oh, well, I'm going to make mine better because I went and picked out my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just,
you took the extra time to,
This in itself was not necessarily a disrupting move, But that was just because it's
The
something.
process.
It's something that people aren't doing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But it shook up the culture because everybody was doing pranks on their grandma, their everybody, their grandma, their moms, their aunties, everybody, kids.
For sure.
We a lot of our submission videos were literally like adults trying to give the weed to kids, and that in itself was just like, you know, hilarious to people.
Yeah. Marketing right there. They doing it for you.
Yeah, exactly. And it disrupted the market. Like, yo, we in a sense made it fun for cannabis. You know, there was so much things that was just like, yo, all of these rules and regulations, they're shutting down all of these other shops and only these shops can be open and blah, blah, blah.
We gonna get around all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And still be within the cannabis industry. Though.
Exactly. And fun. Fun.
For sure.
That go back to what we said earlier.
It's gotta be fun. It's supposed to be fun.
If it ain't fun, what are you doing?
So, I mean, following off of that, let's kind of circle back with this concept here. Obviously, you've developed yourself as an engineer, being known in stages all around the world when it comes to streams and things of that nature. Rub shoulders with from high to low, been in every situation from intern to working with record labels, and now you got your own clothing, you're doing your cannabis. So for somebody coming up who wants to, everybody right now wants to be an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. So for them coming up and being like, hey, I want to make what I love into something that actually feeds me and provides for me daily. You're somebody who's actually been able to do that. So what would be something that you could give to them? Obviously, there's no blueprint to this. Yeah. But what would be something you could give to them, just some motivating advice to move them forward a little bit?
The number one thing is you have to be willing to sacrifice something.
Oh.
Something has to be sacrificed. And that's truly up to you. What that something is. For me, it was like time with family and friends and things of that nature. I'm now known as the workaholic in the family. Like, don't call him unless we're planning this like 2 months in advance and he can put it on his calendar type thing. Yeah. So yeah, that would be one thing I would say is like you're gonna have to sacrifice something. I love the fact that I'm in the position that I'm in now because I'm now able to balance that out and go back for my sacrifice, you know?
For sure. You can make up for all that.
Exactly. So, that's just an example of something that you might have to sacrifice. It could even be just something as simple as like weed slowing you down, liquor slowing you down,
Most people are not gonna think about that one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, most people won't, but sometimes, yeah. I mean, even Nip said, "Bro, there was a time where I just had to stop smoking and clear my mind." And right. I believe that's when we ended up getting Victory Lap. It was like right before that.
Yeah, you're right, because he talks about it in the album.
Yeah. So
I relapsed and I went back.
Yeah.
Stop smoking weed and I relapsed.
Yeah. So sometimes, you have to. There's been moments where like I've taken a break and just to clear my mind for like see what other things are out there.
For sure.
But yeah, the key thing is sacrifice. I don't want to sit here and say like, oh, you gotta work hard. Because sometimes, no, it's not really about the hard work. It's really about just being present in the moment. A lot of the situation, like...
That's something I've been focusing on a lot recently.
A lot of the like, wild feature or credits that I have were literally just due to being available.
Yeah, I heard him.
Or being in the room. Hey, bro, you know how to do this? Yeah. What y'all need? Boom. Like
that's
and I say that to say like if you know what you want to do, fully engulf yourself in that world. Music was something I said I'm going to do this. I fully engulfed myself in the world by becoming an intern for a company that, you know, I just started. Shit, I had a place to stay, but it damn near was like no point in a sense, because I was always
working.
Yeah, I was literally damn. I was really working at the time. I had
he thinking back like, yo, the sacrifice was real, bro.
Yeah, because I had 2 jobs, and that was really because at every internship, you're not getting paid up front in the beginning, and you got to work your way up. So I still had to, you know what I'm saying, have my 9 to 5.
On top of it.
Yeah, and then at one point, this is where the real sacrifice of that came in and said, hey, you know what? I feel like I'm missing so much money on the table musically because I keep going to try and clock in at this 9 to 5 instead of just having faith in what I know I can do.
For sure.
And once that happened, it was a very fast track to where we are now here.
So you just took the leap.
Yeah, wings stopped. I remember calling the homie, said, the wings have stopped. Shout out my brother KD.
I'm going to remember that for a while, bro. The wings have stopped.
Yeah.
Anybody looking to quit their job, bro, listen to what he just said. Obviously, you got to know what you want to do. Engulf yourself in the world.
Yeah.
But look, remember, the wings have stopped.
Yeah.
We in the studio now.
And don't focus on the money. It will come.
Ooh.
Like that.
We got to say that again. Don't focus on the money.
Focus on the money. It will come. There was hella nights that I'm in there just stressing. Like, man, I don't know if I should have just said them wings should stop. I might need to go.
Start them back up.
Yeah, get them chickens going. But nah, I just kind of, really, I would really have to shout out my brother KD on that one, really, because really me and him ended up like, yo, we got to figure this the fuck out, and thugged it the fuck out, and that's where we ended up where we are now. He now is he heads over the Brand Brothers Corporation, which is branding and marketing for like Cocoa Nugs. We did the branding for Tyson Ranch, not Tyson Ranch. That was his old thing. Tyson 2.0. The Mike Tyson weed, the little earbuds. We designed all that for him.
That's hard.
That's what we do on the branding side. So yeah, shout out to him, because really, if we didn't go through that, like sacrificing, we gotta go full in with this. Because he quit his job too. Like, yo, I'm giving y'all my everything. We have to make this work.
We gotta do this. We ain't got an option, bro.
And yeah,
we ain't got no options, bro.
Y'all remember the scene when I think it's called in the Notorious movie where he said, "Bro, this gotta work. Like, I ain't got nothing else. Like, I'm not going back. Yeah,
can't go back."
That's how it was. And yeah,
that's what it takes, bro. Making a decision.
Yeah, and
making a decision.
I'm glad that we did. I'm glad that we did early on. Because it's put us in some great positions, and it's going to continue to. It's a blessing. Blessing.
Okay, before we get out of here, you gotta let them know, how can they book here where all these people have been, touched, been blessed the place with their energy, where they can work with you personally? How can they book here? Okay,
so if you're booking through the studio and you just need a space, that's Icon Studios LA. If you would like my services, that's HBG_services or photo_Knox. That's NOX. Really just hit me with a DM. If you happen to go onto the Icon page, I believe it has the contact tab. You can literally text us or email us. Whatever is convenient for you, however you like to communicate, we got all of the ways for that to happen. Yeah.
Y'all go book your next section at Icon Studio LA, and mention the clothing page one more time.
Oh, that's made by PHOTONOX. And then also real quick, for the studio, we are open 24/7. So
you can pull up right now.
Like, yeah.
Right now.
Like, you probably watching this in your bed, like, you know what I'm saying, eating something, but you got a song in your head right now. Like pull up right now. Come on, I'm here. Like right here. I'll just move to the other room and then you can get right here.
I get out your way. I get out your way.
But for real though, we open 24/7. You just pull up. Well, don't just pull up. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, go through the proper channels to book, and then
You had to put the business to you. Hey, don't just pull up.
Yeah.
Matter of fact.
Well, I mean, you could try to pull up all you want. You're not gonna get through that gate.
Not with money back. Yo out there for sure. You're not getting out that gate with the Sprinter van out
Hell nah. Hell nah.
But all right, bro. PHOTONOX, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Again, I hope you guys.
Dap up. I was trying to get some dap
up.
My bad.
Do it again because I missed. We posting that for sure.
Yeah, that was a hella blooper, but it's all goody.
But nah, I appreciate you bringing your presence to the podcast and bringing the game for the people who watch it.
Yeah,
I mean, it means so much to me.
Thank
And
you for
I know,
having me.
of course. And I know it means a lot to the people out there who are going to be looking to, be the guy behind the computer and make the magic happen. Maybe you're not on the stage, but you're the reason that they on the stage.
Come on.
Come on.
Like, let's do this.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm a team player, so like I want everybody to win.
For sure.
Let's get it. I'm
Just
throwing
like
hella assists.
Chris Paul out here. I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Well, YOTTATALK, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, PHOTONOX, it's been a pleasure. Let's get the dap up. We ain't gonna miss this one. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all go make sure you follow all of his pages that were mentioned. I'm gonna put them right here on the screen. Go ahead and follow those on Instagram. Book with Icon Studio LA, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.
And I'm still pouring. That little mister todo el día and you still snoring.